Welcome! So this will be a bit of a pregame warm-up today. It's Thursday, September 3rd. Nice to see you. Happy September. If you have a towel or something handy, or like a shirt or a sweater, that'll be handy. And then if you have a basketball or like a block of some kind, or a shoe, any kind of object, we might use that, okay? My name's Rachel. This is a half-hour class, so feel free to modify anything you need to. Take care of yourself, please, above all else, and we'll get going. I know the comments are there, but I like the comments, so I'm leaving the comments. You can see it's good enough. All right, so find somewhere on your mat, please, and have your towel. You'll stretch it out in front of you. Take your hands at least shoulder distance apart, maybe a little wider if you're feeling tight. Arms lift up and overhead, and then back forward. That's it. Arms lift and lower down, and you're trying to keep tension on your towel. So as you do this motion, try to keep your ribs pretty chill in your body so they're not flaring out. One more time. We're gonna take this into overhead range. If you've got any kind of shoulder impingement, you might just stick with this range rather than taking it back behind your body. Last one, lift your arms up. I'm gonna take my hands wider and then keep stretching your arms back behind you. You can see I cheated there to take my hands wider. So if it was really hard to get your hands behind you, then just widen them. Keep your arms straight, arms lift up and overhead and forward, and then up and back. Sergio Mendes in the house to get us warm. Have a little fun too. All right, so a lot of this is inspired by Pilates. Some of it will be kind of informed by a bit of gymnastic stuff. I think a few of the things, at least, I learned from my friend Paluna, who also taught me some stuff about basketball too, so thanks Paluna. Okay, last one, arms stretched behind you, hold. Again, if you need to widen your hands, widen them, it's okay. Maybe grab something longer, but make sure that when you're back here, you're not back bending while you pulled your ribs into your body. Head is on top of the shoulders, not forward. 8, 7, try to pull your blanket apart. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The arms lift up and back down. Just give them a little shake. We'll leave the shoulders alone for a second, but this will be like a full body scenario. Hands on the hips, step one foot back towards the floor. Other foot follows, knee to the ground. Step with the same foot you step back with. Step forward. Same thing, start with your other leg, stepping back. Second knee steps back. If you got a pad up under your knee, do it. Take care of yourself. 2 more times, nice and slow. And again, you might stay at this slower tempo. I would. I'm just going to show a different option after this one. But chances are if I was at home, I'd stay a little slower so I could be more specific about the movement. If you want, pick it up. It goes back, back, up, up, and keep going. Try to focus on something ahead of you. If you're looking at the screen and that's where your head, maybe look a little above the screen. Give your eyes a break. Woo. So just dynamic kind of hip stretch opener. If you want, you can do something different with your hands. One more. And at the top, squat it out, down and up. Bend your knees, sit your hips back, and stand back up. Woo. You might already be a little bit breathy. Me too. A few more squats. So today we'll get lots into hip mobilization. We'll get into some core activation, kind of a full body thing. A little bit of shoulder warm up, because I'm warming up to go play basketball after this. So you kind of just get like a sneak peek into what I might do to get the body warm and to get also your brain ready. So think about focusing on what you're doing, because that's a big part, especially if you're like doing any kind of other sport or going for a run or a cycle. Come back to this, do this before you do that, so that once you get to that activity, you're already in your body. 2 more times, squat down and up. Woo, getting the blood flowing. Hold your next one. Take a breath there. This time just fold forward over the legs. Let your head hang heavy, take 2 breaths here. Nice to see so many of you. Welcome Barb, hey Pam. Christine, I don't know if you're there still, but I hope so. Roll up through your spine, 1 bone at a time. Once you're lifted, stretch your arms up, big stretch, reach up. And then lower your hands back down to the ground. So bend your knees a touch. I'm just gonna turn to the side so you can see kind of what I'm gonna talk about, which is this really cool movement we're gonna do. So with your knees bent, sit back a little bit. Then curl your tailbone as if you had a monkey tail. Try to reach your monkey tail forward. So this is kind of round for your lower back, which is not a negative thing, but it's just an option. So here, you're gonna curl your front of the pelvis up towards you, like your monkey tail is going forward. Then find the opposite. So fan your sitting bones wide and stick your booty out behind you. Do that again. Curl tailbone forward and then send it back. So we talk a lot in Pilates about imprint and neutral. I thought today we might just start by like kind of finding what that might feel like standing. So what are the different options you've got? And know that each one of us has different, possibilities for mobility. Last time, so try to feel that you're doing this motion from your core. We're gonna take it down to the floor. So lay down onto your back. If you want, have your towel and your basketball or something handy. But again, they're optional props. Lay all the way down. And then do a couple of those pelvic movements again. So tilt the tailbone up. Now your lower back might feel flatter toward the floor. Again, it might not touch, that's okay. And then tailbone heavy, little space between lower back. Exhale, imprint. Inhale, neutral. 2 more times. Exhale, lower back touches the ground almost, and then back away from it. So you get to choose. You can stay in imprint, you can be in neutral, but you gotta choose one and stay. So now the game is keep your torso still. Arms reach up, right leg lifts up into tabletop, and right leg lowers back down. Left side, exhale, leg lifts up. Inhale, leg lowers. Keep alternating one leg up at a time. So this is where you can get kind of fun. If you have a basketball, maybe hold it above your chest in your hands as you do these alternating leg lifts. 4 more times. Heavy and wide to the back of the waist. Sorry that I'm shouting, it's just we're moving in 2 days and the room is empty, so I know it might feel echoey. Last one, hold your leg up in space. Keep it there. Second leg lifts up. Now your arms stretch back behind you, whether you got a prop or not, and then lift back up. As your arms stretch back, feel that your lower ribs stay glued to the ground. Inhale, arms reach back behind. Exhale, lift them back up. So one more with just your arms, then hold your arms lifted. Right leg stretches forward like you want to reach across the room, poke the wall, and then bend your knee back in. And left side, reach the leg across, poke the wall, and bend back in. So 2 more with just your legs. Try to feel that your torso is still in wet cement below you. And then add on the arms if it's going well. So leg stretches forward, arms stretch back. Everything through center as you exhale. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, back up. So the reason that I would include this movement in a warm-up to play basketball in particular is there's a lot of like overhead reaching and grabbing, right? So I want to feel that I can do that from my shoulder girdle without the rib cage compensating. And also because you're doing a bunch of things at once, you're working coordination. So concentration, centering, coordination, they're all principles Joe Pilates had. Hold the next time you're up, heels together, then press both heels forward and bend both knees in. Both legs straighten forward, both knees bend in. Option to curl up to tips of shoulder blades and reach long through back of head as your legs stretch forward. If that is going well and you have a prop in your hands, baby, stretch the arms back, legs go forward, and bend knees back in. Woo! Tailbone stays on the floor. So this is like double leg stretch, which is a Pilates move. It's just a variation on it. Also known as 1-800-YourCore.com. A phone number and an email address. No, website. Okay, take a thing between your legs. If you have the thing, then lower your legs down to the floor. Hands behind the head, curl up head, neck, and shoulders if you're not already. And then lower back down. If you got the ball, squeeze it a little bit. That's gonna help to ignite through your inner legs, which again, when we're doing stuff that requires stability and reaction, maybe even tennis, or squash, you gotta have the whole inner system of your body lit up. Little faster, curl and lower, up and down. 2 more. Last one, pulse it at the top, maybe lift your legs, 8, 7, woo, up and down, top range of motion. We're gonna roll up in 3, 2, grab the backs of your legs, roll all the way up. High. Okay, if you got a ball, take it into your hands. Knees bent, feet on the floor, half roll back. So curl backwards, round your spine like a capital letter C. Hold here, twist your chest towards right side. And through center, then to the left. Exhale, rotate. And back through center. You're trying to keep your knees and hips still while you move from your upper spine. So exhale, twist the chest one way and back through center. Inhale there, exhale, twist. Last time to what I think is your left, I hope. Then back through center, roll the rest of the way down your spine. Once you're on the floor, big stretch back of your arms. Curl up to seated. So either rock up, or roll to one side, and meet us back into seated. So we'll try a full roll up. For me, what's gonna help is having a ball in between my feet and maybe this towel in my hands. You might not need any props, but you're gonna try to curl down and roll through each part of your spine one bit at a time. Lower the head and then right away roll back up. So you can see when I have these things to ground into, it helps me to really articulate my spinal column without my legs like flying into the air. And if you got the towel, you're still activating your lats. So by squeezing under your armpit a bit, it's gonna get more of your shoulder muscles to help your core, which again, you want if you're doing pretty much anything in life, but especially if you're doing something a little bit active after this. Last time, down and up. All the way up, curl forward towards your thigh bones. If you can, maybe straighten your legs, take a good stretch. And roll your way back up. We don't want to stretch for too long when we're warming up. Take the ball off to the side, flip over to tabletop. So it's better to do active movement before you do something different, like if you're going for a run, you sit back and forward a few times. If you're cycling, rather than doing passive stretching, you want to do like active mobilization. Your body lights up all the right things that want to work. So that's why, I don't know, Pilates is a pretty good option. You get strength and range of motion. 2 more times, sit back and forward. Last one, come on forward to tabletop, tuck your toes under, lift your knees off of the floor. So little baby knee hover. Stay in the knee hover for 4 full breaths. And that doesn't mean breathe really fast, by the way. Normal tempo breathing. Notice where your head is at, like physically and mentally. Lower your knees down to the floor. Keep your toes tucked. Like a cat, begin to kitty cat your hands back towards your legs and then climb all the way up your thigh bones until you stack your spine. As my friend Kayla says, is she's like, imagine you have stripes on your pants. You want the stripes to be this way, down to the floor, not back at all. So try to really lengthen out from there. Again, tops of feet are not on the floor, it's toes tucked. Arms reach forward, little thigh stretch. So hinge backward, like the back of your legs could touch your calves, and then back up. If you want it to be fancy, you could have your towel or have your ball in your hand as you do the thigh stretch. Or you could also place something in between the legs to find a little bit more, let's say, global activation. Inner legs help too. Woo! Who's too warm? Never too warm. Just warm enough. Last one, hold your thigh stretch and take 2 full breaths. So back of your butt and your glutes, no, those are your glutes, and your legs, your hamstrings, should be a little warm. Come on, back up. Woo! Ball off to the side if you had it. And if you need to pad up your knees or your wrists, do it. So if you got to support your hands a little, you might roll up edge of mat, have your hand on the mat, fingers off. Lift your right knee up into tabletop, or like whatever behind you, like a donkey. Squeeze your heel towards your glute. Then stay really tall on your left supporting leg, but begin to circle your right knee like a car. So controlled articulate range. You might know this from like functional range conditioning, but really find articulation in your joint. Big circles all the way around. And try to have the chest facing the floor, the collarbones wide. Jaw really chill. Last one this direction. Same leg, go the other way, 5 times. So again, this is slower rather than fast. If you just like whip around, you'll be like, I don't get it. I know. Try to stay really tall on your supporting leg. I lost count. I think one more. At least I'm honest. All the way back behind you, this time straighten the leg right out. Stretch your opposite arm in the other direction. And then moving your spine, breathe in to elongate. Breathe out to round your spine, curl knee and elbow underneath of you. Inhale, stretch back out and away. Exhale, round your spine. Keep it going. 2 more. Last one. Once you get to the round, hold your round position. Try to lift your shin and your elbow away from the ground more. 1 more breath. Arm and leg stretch away. Hand down, knee down, sit back and forth a few times. If you gotta come up and shake out the rest, do it. It's good. 2 more. And then come on back to all fours. I'm gonna unroll my mat, I don't need that. Other leg, so left leg lifts to donkey. Squeeze your heel to your butt like a curl. Then open the knee to the side. Circle forward, circle around. Maybe brush the other inner leg. And keep on trucking. So as you go, and I mean, I say these things, but I might not always be doing them. Don't judge, no judgment zone here. Try not to lean to your side. I said it. Doesn't mean I always feel it. Woo! And go the other way, 5 circles. We're also passively warming up your core, continuing to awaken your shoulder stability. Get your body moving. 2 more. Last one all the way around. Straighten your leg back behind you, reach the other arm forward. Woo! 1 long line, breathe in. Exhale, round your spine. 4 of these. Stretch out, bend back in. You got 2 more. Last one, so there's a sneaky hold in the round. Curl your spine. Try to lift your back ribs to the side and your shin and arm away from the floor. Stretch back out, breathe. Hand down, this time tuck toes, lift hips, downward dog. Woo! Then hands walk to the back of the mat towards your feet. 4, 3, 2, heavy head, bent knees, roll up. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we'll do a bit of world's greatest stretch. So hands on the hips, this time rather than rolling, hinge forward, then hands to the floor. Walk your hands out to plank. From your plank, step your right foot forward where your right hand is. You can always use your hand to come forward. Twist your chest to the right, top arm lifts up. Right hand to the floor, step back plank, lift the hips, downward dog. Walk hands back to feet. Roll up through your spine. From the roll up, hands on the hips, hinge forward. We'll do the left side. Hands to the floor, walk forward to plank. From your plank, again, use your help if you need it. Step left foot forward. Right hand sinks down, left arm twists up, chest stretch. Hand down, step back plank. Walk back a little faster. 3, 2, roll up through your spine. So this time we'll do left side, right side simultaneous. So hinge forward, hands to the floor, walk out to plank. Step left foot first, twist. And then right from your plank, you're gonna step into the right side. So footsteps back, other footsteps forward, twist, hand down, plank pose, walk back to feet. 1 more like that. Roll up, hinge forward. You should feel hamstrings a little active on the way down. Walk out, start with your right foot this time, and then the left. Lunge, twist. So this is to open our hip flexors. The back leg should feel like a bit of a stretch. This time, hold your plank. Oh, what? I said it. So either stay in plank or go down to your knees. We'll do some scapular push-ups. Squeeze your blades together, puff your blades apart. Blades go together, blades go apart. Just keep your eyes toward the floor so you don't crank your neck, especially if you were looking up at the screen. Again, you can have your knees on the ground in a tabletop or be in a tabletop hover, but keep going. Blades together, blades apart. This is a really good warm-up for your shoulder girdle. It's also hard in plank. Can't get in your core. 3, 2, last one, hold your plank, then lower your knees. Lower yourself down onto your chest. So all the way down on your front, just moving my ball. I'm also gonna turn the Beastie Boys down a little bit. Arms to a W shape, look straight to the floor. Palms a little bit in front of you and wider than your mat. Press down into the tops of your feet so your legs are really active. Find some abdominal awareness. Then ground into your elbows, lift your chest wide and up forward into a little baby back bend. If that feels okay, ground your hands and lift your chest up a little higher. Okay, then lowering down elbows, then chest. Again, this is Kayla Fletcher. Thank you. The swan variation. So back of head lifts, collarbones wide, lift your chest, maybe press into palms, open the heart a little more. Shouldn't feel crunchy in your lower back down. So if it feels crunchy in your lower back, maybe slide your hands further away or closer, experiment. But don't feel like you have to come up super duper high. It's not important. Last one. Lower all the way back down. Then once you're on the floor, slide both arms straight forward. Unless you got something going up your shoulders, then take them more out to a V or to the W again. But if you can, straight forward. So your body makes a bit of an I on the mat. Turn your thumbs so they face up to the sky. And then plug your arm bones in, kind of like you're slurping them into the sockets. Right arm, left leg lift at the same time. I forgot which ones those were. And then lower back down. Opposites, left arm, right leg. And lower down. So this is a really slow version of a Pilates move called swimming. You might stay at this slower pace, or feel free to lift all 4 points off of the ground and go a little faster, kind of like you're flutter kicking your legs and paddling your arms like dee-doo, dee-doo, dee-doo. I don't know how to describe it other than a noise. You keep going for length, arms and legs stretch away from center, but no shruggy in the shoulders. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your legs, lower your arms, take it ear to the floor. All right, last bit of the warm-up. Slide your hands back beside your ribs. Press up into your knees so you're in modified plank pose. Try to make one line from knee to head like you did in your thigh stretch. Then bend the elbows lower down to the floor. Press back up. So push up, modified push up. But imagine you're passing a ball. It's kind of like you're passing a ball, and that's the motion of the push up. It's the same thing. If for some reason being on your hands is not happening today, fake a push up from standing and like really use your imagination to find the actions. Otherwise, you're with me on the floor, you're pushing up. So try to use your glutes. Energy flows. Down, up. So it's not a race, you don't have to go with the music. Try to go for 5 more of your push-up. If you want, legs are straight, and you're going from plank down and up. Woo! Just try not to become a noodle. If it becomes a noodle, regress your option. Go to something more doable. Last one, find your plank, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips lift, hands walk to feet, roll up through your spine, then shake it up. So find a little bit of weight transfer side to side. Your feet can stay fully grounded on the floor if you want, or it can be a little bit bouncier. But just think about waking up the soles of your feet, waking up through the spring system you've got in your legs, and having a little bit of fun. If dancing is like embarrassing to you, don't think about it like a dance. Think about it more like you're moving your body, okay? And then move one leg out and in. One leg out and in. Switch, other leg out, in, out, in, out, in. Switch, other leg out, in, switch. So you're either gonna stay with this, being a little lighter, or jumping jack. Out, in. Try bending your elbows for today, just for now. I'm only doing it sideways because I want a weird surface of a mat. Again, if this does not work for your knees, instead go for the single leg version. Jumping jacks, what else gets your body fully warmed up? So by now, you're probably feeling a little bit dewy. As one teacher I love, Jess Sims, says, glazed donut look. It's me. It's like slightly glazed. Keep going for 16. Again, it doesn't have to be huge, it could be smaller, it could be faster. Don't worry about pace so much. Woo! 8, 7. We go back to the floor for push-ups in 4, 3, 2. Oh my God, I'm the one. Push up, down and up. Hey. And then remember, you're just here to have push yourself. If you get to the point of failure, you win. It's okay to get to that point of discomfort, to live there for a minute, but listen to your body. 8, 7, 6, I'm holding plank. 4, 3, 2, squat it out. Stand up, squat down, up and down, up and down. If you want, add a heel lift, down, add a heel lift, down, right? So practicing connecting full body. Your legs, power you up. You don't have to have a ball. Okay, 4 more, up and down. Woo! Last 2. Final one, someone took your chair out. How rude. Michelle Tanner's here. Arms reach forward. Chest is proud. Breath is happening. 1 more full breath. Stand up nice and slow. Lift your arms overhead again. You can have a prop if you want to. Side bend up and over towards one side. Then back up through center, other way. Let your breath calm slightly. So this is a little bit of a video meant to help you to warm up. Whether you're in the middle of your workday, which I know some of you are right now, or whether you got something coming up that you're just looking to be active and aware for. Come on back up through center. Stretch your arms forward and twist towards one side and the other. Let your hips turn a bit. So you might turn on your back foot slightly, letting whole body move one way and other way. Get softer with your arms. Maybe stretch one arm across, other arm across. A couple more. Woo! Kick your butt, because you just did. Thanks for being here. Any questions, feedback, feel free to ask, but that was pretty fun, at least for me. Hi Heather, hi Amy. Hi Ariel, hopefully you stayed. Pam. Hi Steve, I don't know if you did the whole thing, that'd be fun. What's up Cal? He's probably gone. It's a donkey. Christine. Oh, thanks, Lauren. They're pretty fancy pants. Ready to hit the court indeed. Heather, you stayed. Ren, you stayed. So fun. So yeah, good question. I think it's Mira Nim. Every Thursday, 12 p.m. We'll do it. Thanks, Catherine. Thanks for being here. Aw, you rushed home on lunch. That's nice. Nice to see y'all. So yeah, every Thursday, 12 p.m. We'll do a little half-hour banger. It'll be saved to the profile after. And next week's will be from my friend Carrie Butt's house in Collingwood, because we're moving to the country and I don't know how our Wi-Fi is going to be. Rob's up there taking care of that today, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be from the farmhouse, maybe from Collingwood Red Sky headquarters. I'll wear a house dress. Bye, friends. Take care for now.